The alibi. And you must respond.
I know. It was a must. You had to respond.
He's more strict when you're in his house, like when you're under his roof. Do you remember the time when I was leaving and Daddy was like, Sharon, now that you're leaving, make sure every time you call me when you wake up in the morning. It's even funny to think about it now. He was like, make sure you call me in the morning when you're waking up and going to work, and then you call me when you're back. Hey loves, welcome back to the Ishagi Shan's experience with me, your host Ishagi Shan. I'm so excited to be back here again for another experience. Thanks so much for the love that you guys showed me on my first experience. I really do appreciate. And today's experience, we have a beautiful guest here. She's also an Ishagi. I'm sure some of you are looking at us being like, they seem like they look each. Yeah. Well, yeah, we are siblings, and she is my little one. Let me let her introduce herself before we get into today's topic.
Hi everyone, my name is Alupo Nelly. I'm also part of the Ishagi family, so I'm Ishagi Nelly.
Oh, yes. I think it's like... yeah, so in today's episode, we're going to be discussing some of the things that we have learned from our dad. I have decided to take on Ishagi Shan. Some people were asking me in the previous episode, what is Ishagi? Ishagi is our dad's name. And so I decided to add it onto my name to pick some blessings from him as well, and to also have his legacy somewhere in the world. So if you're listening on our podcast platforms, thank you so much. Just kindly tap the plus button that you see somewhere on the left. I think it's on the left corner. And if you're watching on YouTube, kindly subscribe and join the family. This platform is a platform for us to share so many different things that keep going on in our lives, authentic conversations around life. And today's authentic conversation, as you guys have seen in our title, is things that we have learned from our dad. Yeah. It's a bit triggering because I don't know whether it's just in the African culture, but us growing up, there was a bit of hiccups here and there with our relationship with our dad. And if you're also out there and it's a bit triggering to you, we really do understand, and we know where you're coming from, and your points and your experiences are really valid. So let's start off by asking my darling sister, what has your experience been like with Daddy?
Well, I don't know what I should say, but my experience with Dad.
Yeah. Growing up with him.
Hi, Dad. I don't know whether you're going to be watching this or listening to it, but my experience with you hasn't been that good. Like, our relationship hasn't been that good at all. Like, at all.
Is it really at all or now? Because like, according to what I'm seeing,
the beginning part of it, when I was still very young. Of course, right now I'm getting to know. I'm getting to realize why he was that strict. Yes. Why he was behaving the way he was behaving, like his whole character.
Yes.
But my relationship with him hasn't been that easy.
Yes. What would you attribute that to? Do you think he was protecting you from something that you don't even know?
I don't even know.
Yeah.
But I think he was.
Yeah, right now that we are adults, we can somehow relate to how he has been strict. But just to give you guys a background story, we are 4 beautiful girls that are born into the Ishagi family, and I'm the firstborn. And my lovely sister here follows me. She's the second-born. Yeah, so I don't know whether it was just because he was raising girls, but our dad was very strict.
You guys, he was... So, I don't even know. So strict.
Yeah, like you
the word strict itself is not enough.
It's an understatement, yeah? Yeah. Or to add on to that, he's a police officer.
Exactly.
So if you're out there for some reason, you
military
can feel like,
actions.
What's together?
Yeah, great. Come.
Yeah. But again, for me, I feel like I had the more difficult end because I was the firstborn.
Because you were stubborn.
Because I mean, I was trying. You know, when you're in between growing up, you want to experience things, and then you have
explore.
someone that is like, what? You
Where
want
are
to
you going?
what? Explore what? Like, why? As who?
I know.
So he would really cane me properly, but I don't know. Have I just been big-headed somewhere?
My
somehow?
sister, you are big-headed. I can testify to that. You are really big-headed.
I think because I felt like I was different from the rest somewhere.
Maybe.
I felt like if my dad can really control me from being what I want to be, I might never get to what I want to be. So many, like I said, so many people have not had so many great experiences with their dads. Us not exclusive, but today's episode is just to reflect on some of the things that he has actually taught us,
Yeah,
that
made us who
have
we
shaped
are.
us, yes, into the people that we are today. So, Nelly, I would love to start by asking you, what are some of the good things that you have learned from Daddy?
Is that what you said at the beginning when you were asking me? You didn't say good things.
Yeah, like the things that have shaped us into the people that we are now. Of course, they are good things.
I wouldn't term them as good things. They're just things.
They're just things that you've learned from him.
Yeah.
Okay, what have you learned from Dad?
Okay. The very first one, like I said, he's very protective. I've really learned to be that kind of person. Like, I have to be with my kids and be like, where are you going? Mm-hmm.
Really?
How did you go there?
Yeah.
Who let you there?
Yeah, but do you think it's a good thing?
It is not that much of a good thing, but to some extent it is.
To some
Because
extent.
somehow I see myself, if he wasn't that strict, I think right now I'll be having like 2 kids.
I know, right? You'll just be there enjoying boy after boy. Do you think it's a good thing for you to also be very, very strict on your children?
There is
in
being
future?
strict, but to some limit. But
Yeah.
my dad overdid it. He over exaggerated the being
Yeah.
strict. But it's a good thing if I become a mother. Of course, I'll be strict with my kids. I don't want them to do things that are not in their age at that very particular time.
Yeah, maybe for the age.
Yeah.
But again, sometimes I feel like parents should let their children explore. I don't know whether it's just me.
No, you can't let them explore. Like,
It's a good thing to be protective, right?
yeah, it is, but to some extent, not.
So at what age do you think Daddy should have stopped being very, very protective on you?
I think after my high school, after my Form 6.
But again, the challenge with you, for you, after your Form 6, you went to a nursing school.
Still,
Was it strict when you were at school?
he
Really,
was.
you were not even close to home.
No, leave alone that.
You were literally, for you even experienced being away from him while still in school. For me, I was even commuting
Yeah, it is
from
still.
home, going to campus.
But there was no difference. I had a phone. He would call and be like, Nelly, where are you? Are you in class?
Yeah. But
Well-
again, at least there you felt some bit of
Yeah,
breath.
of course, there was some bit of breath, but it wasn't that much. There is no way I would even notice it. Because,
Really? I feel like at least life changed when you went to school and everything. He's more strict when you're in his house, like when you're under his roof.
That
Because
is
the
where I
moment
was
that I left, do you remember the time when I was leaving and Daddy was like, Sharon, now that you're leaving, make sure every time you call
you
me
call us and-
when you wake up in the morning.
call it.
It's even funny to think about it now. He was like, make sure you call me in the morning when you're waking up and going to work, and then you call me when
you
you're
get
back. Guys, I'm here to tell you that I think it must have happened like once, like the first day. Second day, I was like, really?
But I don't remember you calling me.
I must
Maya.
have called him like once. this is when I was 23.
Yeah, you are 23.
Call me when I was like, Dad. Anyway, some of those things really shaped us to be what we are now. Because just like Nelly said, maybe we would have been spoiled brats somewhere. Yeah. So for me, a point that one of the things that I learned from my dad, him taking care of himself. He would wake up in the morning, he realizes his beards are too extreme, then
I know.
you know, like there's a way, if you look at him closely and learn, you get to learn that that's how we're supposed to be as adults, like
supposed to
clean
take care of
yourself
ourselves,
up.
yeah.
You get, on top of him cleaning himself, you'd see him also slashing the car environment, like cleaning the compound. So at least it shows you that you're not supposed to be dirty. Even a man can wake up and take care of himself. Then who are you? Who is a lady? Not even to clean yourself.
It was like he was just setting for us an example.
Exactly.
The fact that we are ladies, we have to do something. Like, we can't be in a dirty environment.
Yeah, that's true. And he was doing it subconsciously. I'm sure he wasn't doing it to show us like, okay, now I'm shaping my beard. Yeah. It was just for him to. For us, we just learned it. It's something that I've picked up to now. You'll never find me looking anyhow. No, it's because of my dad. What's another point?
Well, the other thing I've learned from my dad is one thing that he's always, how should I say it? Like, he always wants you to do something on time. On time. Let me say if they've set up an appointment and they're like, Nelly, you have to be here by tomorrow morning, and you tell him that, they told me I have to be there by 8. Yeah. And by 7:30, what are you still doing in the house? Like, what are you still doing? I know, right? Like, you should be already. And he had some comment. He had a sentence. Yeah, he would tell us when he's going for work, he makes sure he says, the alibi.
And you must respond.
I know. It was a must. You had to respond.
Like, you sleep in the bed, but the moment he wakes up, I was like, the early bird, you have to respond.
Catches the worm.
And when you respond, like, quietly. And then he's like, so are you now catching the worm? If you're still in bed, catches the worm. Is that how they catch the worm?
Like, he was really
even up to now
person.
Yeah, even up to now, like, he's taught us to really wake up, but do you still wake up? No, okay, there are times when you're really chasing something, you're like, man,
I have to.
The early bird really catches the worm. I think for me, I took it in a way that now that I'm in the working environment space, like, whenever they bring up projects, different things that go on in the company, whenever there's something, like, I'm always fast. I always try to be ahead of the rest. You get, like, I think that's where I apply it the most. Not necessarily waking up very early, because I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. I'm not a good in my adult life. I don't really wake up so early, but I took it on in that aspect. But for you, do you wake up early?
Yeah, I do.
My dad is someone that loves books, like anything related to books. Like, just being bright. He would do anything for you. Like, if you ask him, I remember I was at campus because I knew he doesn't have money properly. So this random day I come from campus, they had told us they need laptops and what. I was like, my dear father, I'm not so sure. If I ask him for a PC, I'm not so sure he's going to be able to give it to me. And I was like, man, let me try. He's still my dad. If I didn't ask from him, then who's going to give it to me? So I asked him, I was like, Daddy, there is this project at school and they need a laptop. You people, I don't know where money came from. Like, in 2 days, my dad was like, you said you need a laptop? I was like, yeah. 2 days, the laptop was there. He's this kind of person where you ask him for something, if it's book related.
To do with education, he's willing. He's going to do
100%.
Anything that you want. You can even mean to forge.
I know. You can even forge something. As long as it's
a spatula and be like, they need this, he will give it to you. Like,
Daddy, I hope you're not watching this though. For sure, he is someone that is so, like, he really loves education. Because he didn't, according to the stories that we hear, he didn't really finish. He didn't reach university.
He wanted his kids to be there.
So anything book related, and that is really such a beautiful thing. At least he hasn't limited us from exploring our potential when it comes to education, and we're really grateful for that. Nelly, what's another point that you've learned from your dad?
Another good thing I've learned from my dad is that he's really someone loving. He is very loving, but he does not know how to
express it.
He does not know how to say it. With everything that he does, you're like, does this man really love me?
I know. I don't know whether is it just our parents? Guys, comment down below if your dad is also like that. Our dad, you can see him loving on our neighbors, like
the others, the relatives,
his workmates. They're always laughing. They are so happy. When it comes to you, like, why isn't he laughing with me? Like,
he's not.
He's not. I think he's just not expressive. I think he must be, but then he doesn't know how to show it to us. I think he just doesn't know. But then we know that he loves us.
Deep down, he really loves us.
Yeah, I really can tell that you really love, because whenever Nelly falls sick, you guys, my dad will leave everything. And by the way, I mean, in my adult, as I was growing up, I started realizing that daddy changed after he started being
Yeah,
sickly.
that's when I've also started realizing him
That
change.
yeah,
Even the fact that I went to nursing school, I think that is how he has been able to see that my daughters are really getting somewhere. I need to draw closer
yeah,
to
I
them.
think I
Because
don't
that
know.
I've just begun seeing his love, like
Yeah, me
experiencing it.
too.
Like my father, I'm like, oh, he's really nice. But
Like
back
yeah,
then, babe,
back then he was not the nicest person,
I'd be like,
guys. Another thing, my dad is a provider. He has been that figure in our family. Like he will always provide, even if he doesn't have. You'll see him wearing his one shirt, Bambi.
yeah,
We really hope we can reach a point where we change all that for you, Daddy, in case you're watching. But he's someone that
will do anything to make sure
yeah,
you guys
his
have
children.
something on your table. Like you have,
Yeah, even if it's just you having sweet potatoes and
I know.
milk tea.
It is enough as long as you haven't slept hungry.
Yeah, for him, even if he does not eat, he'll be like, as long as remember last time when he gave
when
you
I was sick.
when Nelly was sick, and then he was like, "What were you eating?"
Who are eating sweet potatoes?
And then he was like, Nelly came back and she's like, "Oh my god, my stomach, oh, my stomach, my stomach." So my dad was seated, and then he was having his supper. Then he was like, my daughter have this. You'd rather have this?
I would rather sleep on
I
an
would
empty
rather sleep, yeah, on
stomach.
an empty stomach, but when you've eaten, and that was really sweet. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
It was
yeah, and then
really
I remember there's this childhood memory that I have of him for so long. Mukule, do you know Mukule?
Yeah, yeah.
Mukule is that skin of
that
chicken.
yeah.
I love that thing up until now. Like whenever I'm eating chicken, I want the part that has that skin on top. So every time when we were kids, every time he would be eating, he would be like, this one is for Kui. Because I'm called a Kui. That's why he calls me, this is for Kui. Then he'll sit down and then he'll chill and then he'll eat. That was really so sweet. I wish we can have those memories back again
I
now.
know.
It would be so sweet.
Well, some of the things that I've learned about my daddy, he is someone that wants his name.
Up there. Yeah.
He will not let you put his name down. He can
Yeah.
be like, I didn't come this far for you to ruin
My name.
My name.
True.
Like I didn't build it this far for you to just come
That
and
is so
poof
true.
and get pregnant and
Yeah,
like,
yeah. My
yeah.
dad was that reminds me of a story that I'm not so sure if it's if I can share it now. Like he was like, what?
I know he
How
was like,
can they?
how dare you put my name like
I know. How can they see is Shaggy's daughter?
I know it.
I'm like, okay, wow. I had never seen it in that point until he mentioned to me, how can they see Ishagi's daughter doing
That
that?
is how much he
Like,
loves
wow.
his name up.
Like
He
he
would not
really,
let you put
yeah,
his name
yeah.
down
He
for
puts his name in high
anything,
regard.
like,
Yeah, calling this podcast Ishagi Shan's experience. Yeah, it really
it's
deserves
fitting
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least his name is somewhere out there. I'm sure
Somewhere.
he'll be proud of us,
He will really
even
be
without,
proud.
yeah, subconsciously. Yeah, I think we have shared quite a few things about the things that we've learned from our dad. Comment down below if you're also out there and you have something that you've learned from your dad that is a beautiful thing. Comment down below and let us know. Follow me on my Instagram page at Ishagishan, TikTok Ishagishan, Facebook Ishagishan. Till next time, what do you want to tell Daddy before we close?
Oh, Daddy, wherever you are. I
Yeah.
hope you're watching this. I hope you watch it someday. You're not a
Very
social
good with
media
social media
person.
because Dad is
But
a
one thing I
traditional
want
dad.
you to know is that I love you so much. I love the way that you take care of me one of these days. Like,
I know one of these days it's really sweet. Yeah.
you're really so sweet one of these days. I'm just beginning to discover your love, to explore your love, and I want to explore it more.
Yeah.
So please don't stop loving me, you baby.
Aw. That's so sweet. What I would love to tell Daddy is that you have made me the person that I am today. You have taught me to be very confident in myself. You have really been a phenomenal figure in my life now. I get to see, now that I'm an adult, I get to see why you were the way you are, and I really do appreciate that. And hopefully one day I'll also be able to take it down on my children in the future. Thank you so much for being you, and I love you so much. Yours truly, Isha Gishan. Yeah, guys, till the next experience. We hope you guys love this experience. Engage with us in the comment section. Engage with us on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, and also on our podcast platforms. Until next time, guys, we love you.
Bye.
Bye.